GPS 1515. welcome back to Tailstrike here. Can I get There we go. I don't know why it gets so slow to get that one up. I'd rather have it that my picture is slow. Anyway, we are in Khartoum. We're gonna continue flying along the Nile River, and I should be able to set the altitude. Yes. And we are currently at, I don't know which altitude we're currently at. What is Khartoum's altitude? Khartoum. It is. Be able to have more information. Airport. Airport. I think it's 1200 elevation, 1262 feet. Okay. So I'm gonna set this one to 2000 feet, and that is the altitude we're gonna fly on. All right. That is basically all I have to set, because I can then just turn the dial with the navigation. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm gonna change that one to heading, and we should put this one on heading mode. Yeah. And we should, when we go up there, we should activate the autopilot. Okay, we are good to go. I just need to find my pedals. Something is wrong there with my pedals. Yeah, okay. There we go, there I have the pedals. Alright. Let's hit it. For some reason the track IR works very well that way, but not so much down. I think it's due to, for some, I can do it like this. If I set like that and I'll pull it down, then it works better. Okay. I want to have it a little bit like that. Because if I want to sit straight, I want to have it about there, but then it doesn't work. Alright, well, deal with it. Okay, let's woohoo! We are on our way. And we are flying north. That's good.
Altitude.
Okay. That on. That did not work. Why didn't that work?
Autopilot.
Autopilot on or not? No. Okay, why didn't that one work? Up with the flaps and up with gears. Flight over here while I try to figure out. Oh, okay, that's why. Autopilot.
Autopilot.
TS-1515, leaving my airspace.
Do I have autopilot on or not?
Oh. Autopilot.
No, that did not work. Okay, in order to. Why don't you wanna?
Cartoon
You are
Tower,
set to 2000 feet.
TS-1515, frequency change.
Maybe we should set it up. 2,500. Wait. Let's see if I can get this one to work. It's altitude 2,000. 2,500.
Altitude.
And then we set it to autopilot. And we'll see what it wants to do. It just wants to fly. Just wants to climb. Okay. Push it down a little bit. You should be able. You should go to 2,500 feet. Let's try it again. If I can get it to 2,500 feet. Hi, Pink. Why do...
Autopilot.
Yeah, autopilot. Oh, okay, now. Oh, now we got it. Alright, I got it. Now the plane is doing what I want. Except that it isn't. I need to put that one on heading. Why don't you turn? You are on roll. Okay, you should be on heading mode. I should be on autopilot. There we go. Now we're cooking. Hey, Vec! Why want me on me? Hey. Yeah, I finally fixed the autopilot, so I can hold a constant altitude and also steer with my little knob instead of constantly doing it with the controls, which will give me some more relaxing flying. And also give me some that I can actually concentrate on some other things. Which is nice. How are you guys doing today? I did such a short stream yesterday, so I thought I'd continue today. Have a free day. Daughter isn't coming today either. Really don't have anything else to do. I wanna just have some fun and relax. And fly along the Nile. Think I'm flying too high? Can I go down lower? Well, that's positive. Yeah, I'm very disappointed that that my team just can't win over the medics. Everybody else wins over the medics except for me. Oh, okay. Hope you have better. Let me know if something is wrong, because on my end everything is looking fine. No problems. I had no problems yesterday either. I'm thinking of heading down.
Altitude.
to 2,000 feet. No, I don't think so either. Maybe I need to rewatch the game and see what was wrong. It's also that playing Sleep a lot as a blocker. I want to train her as a linebacker, but I need to have her on a offensive position as well, and I don't want to play her as a runner. Doing some changes for my next game. I am in the position where I have lots of players that I can actually switch between players. Before I could actually hopefully now it will level out at 2,000 feet. It should level out at 2,000 feet. We're flying a little bit lower. Woo! Yeah, I really need to rewatch my game to see what it was that didn't quite work out. Hmm. Will you turn, please? Bye, smile. Okay, we have a cat in the cockpit. Ooh, look at that mountain. That looks cool. Where is that? Alcom should be. Alright, I didn't fly into the mountain. Oh, turn sharply to the right instead. Go around the mountain. Woo! Okay. Where is the river? Well, the river is. And we're flying in over high ground here. Ooh, this is. Okay, I need to pull up a little bit.
Autopilot.
We'll be going back to the autopilot in a second. I did not anticipate the plane to actually. We're gonna go a little bit higher because the ground around here is higher. Altitude. I think it's just just you getting got. Is the problem with your internet or something like that? How is it for pink? I don't know how if you have some buffering issues with the stream pink, or is it just Vec? Ah, that's weird. I need get autopilot working. Why don't you want to work? Because I'm. Okay, let's do this. I can't activate the autopilot. What? Why? There we go. My button on the yoke did not want to activate the autopilot for some reason. I'm now hoping that it will stop at 2000. It will, hopefully. We'll see. Still buffering. Okay, that's really weird. Yeah, I sometimes have that issue as YouTube is just not sending enough information for some reason. I'm gonna check something. I can actually do a little bit like. I'm gonna do something here. Okay. That is weird. Am I feeding too much into the YouTube? I have just increased my output. Maybe I don't know if increasing the output is better or worse. We'll see. Maybe YouTube doesn't like streaming Flight Simulator. Exactly. That's it. I am too good for YouTube. I want to see if there's any buffering for me if I stream it to myself. I want to see if Okay, you might have heard me repeat something there for just a second, but I just put on the stream on my end. So right now, this going from OBS over to the internet and then back to me again. So I will see if I get any buffering issues on it. Doesn't seem to be any. Maybe there's something weird in the UK. Because right now I don't seem to have any problems. I will see. Smile. Yeah. It's the people, it's the... and the trains. Smile, you are kind of sitting in front. I can't see anything. Smile. Smile, can you please move? I can't see anything. Thank you. Ooh, why are you turning that way? And why are you... Where are you heading down? You're not heading down. It's the ground that's heading up. Where am I heading down? No, 1960. Why is it a 1960 and not 2000? That was a pretty tight curve. Yeah, Smile is very good at the annoying part. She knows exactly when to be the most annoying. And the fact is that she is coming into the time zone where she starts wanting food. That's a thing. You didn't like that message, Vic? Alright, we are back on track over the river. Yeah, the thing is that this river makes a heck of a bend around here. Yeah. If we look here, there is a line straight. Would not take me that long, but there's a big bend around here where it goes along that, and we have to follow the river. So that is where we have to fly that part. Yep. Yeah. You haven't gotten fed anything for 10,000 years. You're starving to death. For how long will we still be in Egypt? In Sudan? Oh, quite a while. Okay. quite a while for us to be able to get out of Sudan. I don't think I'll do that during this stream. Maybe it depends on how long I want to do it. I'm hoping I can like find a nice stretch of straight river. No, that's kind of an oxymoron. Straight river. That's a canal. Oh, that one was bad, Vic. Bad joke. But the bad jokes are... No, you didn't. No. Yeah, but sometimes the bad jokes are the best. Well, it's very flat. We are into the desert again. Yep. I just saw in one, I think there was the episode when he got the movie I made with like, we hired all these actors, so it costs so much that we don't have enough money for the actual movie. Basically, what the first thing that happens is that someone rented it. No, there's another one. Where it's just a complete of like, I don't know, 100 actors or something. I don't know how many actors it is. It's like a whole bunch. And the movie is basically called that we hired all these actors and now we can't afford to make the movie. But we spent the budget on all these actors and we can't afford to make the movie. You basically see it when he puts it in the shelf, and then you see that someone actually rented it a little bit later on. No. Eddie! Finished streaming Icarus? That was up! I am flying along a river. I'm gonna remove this one. No reason for it to be there. That's cool. You did manage to... I actually stopped watching that stream just after that because I had to go to bed. I think it was that I had to go to bed or do something else. Not sure what it was. You're planning on streaming planning on streaming Forever Skies again? See? You keep streaming it when I'm at work. Or too late. Go. I just had some time today, and so I wanted to continue with the flying, because yesterday I had previously disconnected my yoke from the computer. When I started SPOD, the control for the autopilot on the yoke, it didn't want to find it, and I also then had, as I was very busy trying to keep the plane in the air, I did not have the opportunity to actually restart SPAD, which was necessary. So I finished that stream early, just because of that. Which I could have restarted SPAD when I landed, but I just decided that, and then I'll continue today instead. I think around 7 o'clock, there's going to be a partial eclipse here. I don't know if I think it's going to be the same in the UK, but there's going to be a partial eclipse. I have nothing to watch it with. I think, like looking away and taking my phone and taking a picture of it, so I have a picture of the eclipse. My daughter actually asked me how to get stuff from for watching it, because it's all these special glasses are sold out everywhere. Everybody want to watch the eclipse. Maybe we can fly a little bit faster. You don't have to fly at stall speed. Yeah, I think you will get a little bit more in the UK than we get. I think we will get like somewhere between 80-85%. Because we're further from the actual point. And isn't that why Sin went on her cruise? To get like a full eclipse experience? We're coming up. We will soon reach the town of a bigger town of Atbara. But there are small settlements all along the river here, with farming and everything. They built a little canal or something. Yeah. I think it's somewhere down in Spain. Somewhere where you get like a total eclipse. But along that stretch. Greece, Italy, Spain. That's where you get the best. Oh yeah, to Spain. Oh. Problem with flying like this and not having an actual destination is that I have absolutely no way of knowing how far away the destination is. That's 40, 80, 120, 160, 200, 240, maybe 280 to 300 nautical miles to the destination. Which is Merove. Okay. Following a river in a Cessna Citation is a bit tricky. But also a bit fun. And here is that there are no airports between Khartoum and Mareva along the Nile. So I'm basically flying between two airports here. Oh, there are some like irrigation system here. Oh, irrigation systems. I could, but I don't think that's as fun. Because like that kind of plane is not what a civilian person would be able to get their hands on. Now maybe it could, but I just wanna. It's not realistic what I'm doing, but I want to make it as realistic as possible to have a plane that I can actually maybe get my hands on. I know I've been flying a Russian-made school plane, which might not be all that realistic, but yes, smile. Yes. Yeah, it is modeled in the game. I know, it is. I could fly that one. I never done it. But I also think it's like a bit too fast and I'm not in that big of a hurry. Yes. You have 20 minutes until there's food time. Relax. I don't need to have that one yet any longer because Smile is not on the table. It might be in a couple of seconds. Yes. Some more irrigation. And there she goes. Hello, Smile. No. Leave my microphone alone. Eh? Smile on camera. Smile. Smile to the camera. Does it taste good? Fine. Well, you come up just in time to get a good view of Smile. As she's sitting straight in front of my screen. Which means I have very little to go on. I have this up in the corner here, where I can see where I'm, which direction I'm flying, but not much more. And I can see my airspeed. I have an indication on the screen right about here, behind my picture. Smile. You get a hello. Say hello. All right. You leave now? You might soon get a very weird reaction from the camera because Smile's tail might end up Smile? Smile's tail ended up there. Luma is up in the cat tree and now we're really going here. I want to go that direction. Luma is... Ah, she's there. Just a sec. Wrong way, no. There is Luma, up in the cat tree. smile is like in my microphone. Okay, here we come to hello, other cat. This is the city of Atbara. Yeah, they have a nice cat tree. It's a new one I bought for a little while ago. The one they had before was basically falling apart. I thought they deserved something nicer. I don't think that was Atbara. Where is it? No, that was another town. Why is everything on... That was That was Adamar. Now, up here is Atbara. The one with a lot of tall buildings. I think. You really get the contrasts when you're flying along the Nile. You get like this island here with a lot of trees on it and very green, and you get some very green here. And then you look up in the distance and there's very just sand, sand, sand. Ed! Or... No, Eduardo Forest 5586. Welcome. Have you tried Flight Simulator in VR? No, I don't want the magic helmet. I have tried VR and I got weird. Also with VR, if I do VR on Flight Sim here, I would not be able to see the chat. I would not be able to see any maps or anything because I would just have the world around me. You could probably insert it in some way, but that would be very weird. So I rather have the track IR. If the graphics aren't the best, then I rather have this because the graphics here are great. I really like the graphics in this game when you're flying like this. Yeah, if you can buy one for me, Pink, I would be happy. And if you could buy me a bigger apartment so I can fit it as well. I just need a little bit of money. Couple of million. Will you sponsor, Pink? That would be nice. Couple of biscuits to the cause. How will biscuits help me? If I fly RC? No! I don't. I would like to... I have driven RC cars, and I have tried flying RC planes. But to be fair, I'm just happy that I managed to fly this one. I am not actually a very good pilot. I'm just lucky. I'm doing this for fun. M&M's chocolate custard creamies. Okay, if I ever meet you again, Pink, you have to buy one for me. So Edward there, what I'm doing is like I'm just flying around trying to visit every single country in the world in different fashions. I think this is like stream 145, 146, something like that. I'm somewhere around the 140 mark. And I've currently done the Nordic region, Western Europe, almost all of Africa. So, and I have when I'm done, and I've also done some in India, Pakistan, Afghanistan, some countries there, and the southern part of the Middle East. And after Egypt, I'm going back, taking the rest of the Middle East, and then going back into taking the rest of Africa, and then into Eastern Europe, and then over to Asia. So I have a plan on how I'm going to fly, and this is a long-term project. So just enjoying, seeing everything. Wasn't my fault that you visited your parents. You said that it was really good because you live close by, and then you end up going home. Meow, meow, meow. You want food. I'm gonna have to run away for a little while and give the cat some food. If I set the I'm just gonna say if I set my on 108, no, 345 degrees, then I should be able to basically fly along the river. I will be back in a second. Yeah. Well, I'm not doing it all at once. I'm just doing it a little bit every now and then. Well, I have to go and feed my cat. Enjoy the flying while I'm gone. Alright, I'm back. If you like bush flying, you would enjoy my... I have a friend who really likes bush flying. He loves flying in like... I think he's mostly flying in Idaho. Around like weird airports. Basically just flying around an airport and trying to land and then fly us up again, and then... That's basically what he does. So I'm mostly flying in this plane, a Cessna Citation. I started out with a much smaller Cessna and basically transitioned up through plane sizes while I was learning more and getting more comfortable. So now I'm in this one. At some point I might find two airports, and I'm gonna enlist a friend, and we're gonna try and fly some big passenger jets between those two airports, like as a captain and co-pilot. But we'll see when that happens. I've also tried flying some other fun planes. And some in different videos. There was one where I actually flew a DC-3, but like the military cargo version. You don't have the passenger version in the game. That was interesting. It took a while for me to figure it out. That was fun. Might do that again sometime. That plane would be fun to fly 2 people in. Where is the river? Ah, there it is. The view was obscured by a center pillar. How long do we have left? About 200 nautical miles left to the next airport in Merowe. Well, it really is flat. I could have been in Merovi much faster. But if I flew at altitude and not along the river, what's the fun in that? Sometimes it's good to just fly high and relax. Sometimes it's good to do something a bit different. At least the weather is a little bit better than yesterday. Plane drag racing. Yeah, that would be something. Two planes on the runway and see who gets there first. Would it be one that passes a certain point first or one that gets up in the air first? Because if it gets up in the air first, I know exactly what kind of plane I would choose. There is a plane I flew that can basically take off at like 40 knots or something like that. Yeah. With a plane of your choice, or that would be like, and it would, what you would be fun to do there is like choose a couple of planes that have basically the same, different planes but have similar performances, and choose one of those planes to see if you can maximize the performance of the plane. Coming up on, oh, already past 1 hour. To be fair, this stretch of the Nile is not very interesting. There's a lot of sand. Nothing else. Oh, some green. But it will be more interesting once we get up to... once Egypt begins. Because the Nile Delta in Egypt is... one of the most densely populated places on the planet. It's like Egypt have, what is it, 85 million people? And like 90% of them live along the Nile River. I don't know if I will be able to make that turn, but I'll try. Taking the outside lane. Down, turning the other way. Yeah, it's probably nice. I've never been there, so I really don't know. This looks nice. Hey, this is a tight turn here. Ooh, okay, we need to go over. Oh, this is like almost like a little bit of an inland delta here. Where the river suddenly like branches out in multiple directions. Where did all the water come from? I do like that there was one episode of Top Gear when they went in search for the source of the Nile. And they claimed and found this tiny, tiny, tiny little spring on a rocky outcrop and said that this is the source of the Nile. It was like, well, it might be the source of a small part of the Nile, but I don't think it's the whole source. I don't think there's enough water in that little spring to feed the whole Nile. Which is one of the biggest rivers on Earth. Depending a little bit on how you count it, it is either the longest or second longest river in the world. There are some arguments about that. But it's definitely top 2. Whoop. I'm trying to do something here. Wait. Oh, okay, now Luma has Have I stopped streaming? Okay. Something is happening. I don't know if I'm streaming. Oh, please don't. Yeah, this one says it's still streaming. Or no, it's broke. No, it's not broken. Okay, it was broken for a while. But I think for some reason OBS is saying that there's a problem. But I don't know. It seemed to be working when I'm looking at my stream. Yeah, I don't know. YouTube is saying something. Yeah, YouTube is saying that there's a malfunction. I don't know what the malfunction is. No, okay, now it disappeared. YouTube was having a moment. I think it's the same that the kernel is experienced sometimes when he gets like scared that something has happened. Like that YouTube is having a moment. Hopefully it will not have any more moments. I don't want to deal with any problems from your side. Be kind. Either it's YouTube or it's OBS. Not sure which. But we're completely flat, and then there's this little bit of a mountain sticking up. I wonder what formed them. Probably a very long time ago. Oh, some more mountains. I don't know. Sometimes it works absolutely perfect. Sometimes it is being very annoying. There are probably I can probably tweak it to get it to function better, but I don't know. But I think it's functioning pretty decent right now. Hopefully. I hope there's no echo. Echo, 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 echo. This is like the distinction, like along the river there are like very much forest, then there's desert. And along like a narrow band of very green. And then a lot of brown. And the thing is that when I record using OBS, it never has any problem with it at all. It works perfectly. It's just sometimes when you stream that it becomes like a little bit finicky. Okay, we're approaching. Okay, approaching. We have 20 nautical miles up to the top of the bend here before we start going southwest. Basically the wrong way. Hey, Luma! Hey! No, please don't step on the keyboard. Don't step on the keyboard. Oh, yep, don't. You're so skittish. Okay, you. Now you. No, okay, you didn't do anything. Just be kind and leave the keyboard alone. Luma got a shave yesterday. If you want to see. Luma. She is not as fluffy as she used to be. Her tail is still. Oh, yeah, so much hair. There's so much hair. Now she disappeared from view. She is down there. Hello. Yeah, okay. You can look into the camera. It usually lies in front of me, basically where I have my yoke when I'm sitting at the computer. So when I have the yoke here, she's confused because she can't lie in front of me. Luma, I can sit here. Oh, yep. Okay, that's good that you put down your tail. Otherwise, this would be X-rated. Okay, no. Bye. Yeah, Luma graced us with her presence. Now she's taking a seat in the window instead. I don't know if I could. Hey, where is she? I'm just gonna put that down for a little while to see where. Oh, Luma. do this. There she is. Uma. Okay, let's head over by the river again. We have reached the top of this big bend the river takes. We are now heading southwest. And I'm not sure when the sun sets here, but I think it's around 6 o'clock. So, in Sudan, basically, oh, it's a little bit north of the equator. It's quite north of you. I think it sets around 6:30 or something like that. So basically in an hour. Luma is kind. Sometimes she steps on the keyboard and has caused some trouble, but that's mostly Smile. I somehow managed to extend my flaps while I was flying at full speed and broken them. That's what she done. Not just once, but 3 times. Done that. That's the other cat, the tuxedo. That's Smile. That was Luma. This one. And to anyone watching this for the first time, welcome to the stream, and I usually don't say anything about it, but a like and subscribe would be nice if it's anything that tickles your fancy. You gotta do some advertisement for the channel. Everybody else does. Some more subtle than others. I saw a YouTube video, and I think that the video was like 20 minutes long, and during that time the guy advertised to hit the notification bell, subscribe and like 4 times. Like every 5 minutes he did it, and I was like, yeah, we got the point, you don't have to do that anymore, we know that you want us to do that. That was quite annoying. And also, if you're just stopping by to check what it is, just fling a hi. Or be a little bit friendly. Friendliness is always appreciated. It's a friendly channel. Not only flying, playing other games as well. But really have no clue how to do anything about flying. Just hoping that I'm not testing gravity too much, which I have a tendency to do. But it was a while ago. Yeah, somebody join Pink. He feels lonely. You want someone to talk to. Lonely, I'm so lonely. Noni! Hello! Nice of you to join. Even if you just... what is it, a police officer? And Pink is very happy. Another human. Well, I wouldn't call myself a pilot, but yes, I am flying a plane. Does that make me a pilot? Or just a wannabe? I think I'm a wannabe. It would be cool to actually fly a plane for real, but I don't think I would ever get the chance to do that. But it would be cool. How are Noni today? Isn't it quite late for you? Huh? Well, I have blue beneath me as well. Which blue do you mean? The thin blue or the blue with the white in it? And that is a bad thing to say if you fly over the ocean. But I'm not flying over the ocean, but I have been flying over the ocean. I'm gonna fly over the ocean later at some point. Those houses look a little bit lonely. Pink, that's your kind of house. It's lonely. Well, you're not lonely anymore, but you were lonely. Those houses were also lonely. Yeah. I would be upside down. Another plane I've flown would not be then it would not be a problem to have the blue beneath me be up above me, because that plane can actually fly upside down without any problems. Ah, that blue. Yeah. If I have that blue on top, then it's all good. That's because you always hug the forklift. So if you two play a multiplayer game together, you would be on the opposite ends of the map. For me, it's basically I am where everybody else. I am where everybody else are. Then all of a sudden they leave, and without me noticing it. Yeah, that's the weird with India. Is like 5.5 hours difference between me and India. Like why does India have like a half an hour? Yeah, that could happen as well. You're both lonely together. Okay, I'm following the left. You're both lonely together. We are now heading to what I think is another reservoir for a dam. I think. Yeah. Here you can clearly see that they have flooded big area. I bet that there are houses. Are there houses down on that little island there? Look at that. I want to play Minecraft. Maybe. Definitely better than China. Would have decided that the whole country in this like 5 different time zones all should have the same time zone as Beijing. If you're like in the easternmost part of the country, when it's 8 o'clock, the sun is still down, and the sun rises at like 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning. Where I'm flying to, currently I am flying along the Nile, and I'm heading for a town called Merovi. But the total aim of all the flying is to visit every single country in the world. And I'm thinking about a quarter. I have to do a list. I should do a list on which countries I actually have visited, so that I know. So we are coming up on this airport. It's just on the other side of this lake, so I'm gonna see if I can contact them. Nearest airport list. HSMN. It's this one. I have been to Wales. I have.
Marrow Tower, TS 1515 for 9 miles northeast 2000 to land.
TS 1515, Marrow Tower. QNH 1006. Make left traffic runway 02.
Make left downwind runway 02, TS 1515.
Okay, we're gonna have to pass the runway. 01106. Now let's see if I can remember this. Barometer. There we go. set that correctly. And we're gonna have to fly past the airport. Having the airport on our left. We're going west of the airport. And they actually have ILS. So I could actually enter the airport in there and have do an ILS landing. I'm not sure which stream it was, but I think I flew through Wales. I entered Wales from Ireland, and I flew from Dublin to Holyhead, and then I think I flew some other countries there as well. There was one with a propeller plane. It was very early during the stream actually. During all my flying, and flight from Dublin to Holyhead. Ed was actually joining me. I think it was Ed that was joining me there. Okay, so we see here flight plan and the origin. I really want to do this. I think I can catch the ILS even if I'm not sure. Can I catch the ILS even if I don't have that? I can do this if I find a waypoint. I can set a waypoint. If I can find a waypoint. There are no waypoints I can add. Oh, come on. Yeah, there is one. Okay, we'll enter this waypoint. Destination. We're just going to see how this goes. HSMN. HSMN. Execute. There. Execute. Legs. We start from EASAB. I'm just gonna turn a little bit. Do I want to do that? No, that would take. Nah, I will just fly it. This is nothing to do. I will fly enough landings with ILS and things like that during my what I will do before. This is all about the manual flying. And also, if I add that waypoint, I won't be able to fly over the dam. Let's do a little bit of this. Even though I don't have the speed, but I will know if I'm going too fast because it will start beep 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 beep. Or will it? Will I hear it from outside here? I'm not sure actually. How fast am I going? 245, yeah, ish. We're gonna fly over the dam here, and then I'm gonna take a overspeed. No, there's no overspeed. Don't say that. There's no overspeed. Okay, we're gonna head for the dam here. And then we'll take a hard right and fly to the airport on our left. And this is the... What is the name? This is the Merowe Dam. It's a large dam near Merowe town in northern Sudan, about 350 kilometers north of the capital of Khartoum. It is situated on the River Nile, close to the fourth cataract, where the river divides into multiple smaller branches with large islands in between. Merowe is a city about 40 kilometers downstream from the construction site at Hamdab. The main purpose for building the dam was to generate electricity. Its dimensions make it the largest contemporary hydropower project in Africa. And also, Microsoft is really horrible at rendering dams and things like that. So it probably looks awful. Yeah, it looks kind of awful. But there you have it, the Merowe Dam. Let's jump in again. Alright, let's see how we're gonna fly now. We're gonna continue to follow the river, basically, past the airport. Why couldn't I land on runway 20? Well, probably because the winds are not favorable. The winds are coming, yeah. When I land on runway 02, I will basically have slight headwind compared to a slight tailwind if I land it, because the winds are basically coming from the side. Okay, let's see if we can spot the airport. Could it be yet? It's a little bit further downstream. We haven't reached the town yet. This flight took almost 2 hours. Yikes. And I'm not sure how long I've flown. I used about 30% of the fuel. I think there is a way in little nav map to like see the different stages you've flown. Have to check that out. Or I'm not sure you can distinguish between where you actually land unless you put in a specific point in it. All right. We are coming up on town of Merowe, which is quite small. The airport should be somewhere here. Oh, there are two airports. Oh, I better find the right one. No, not two airports, but two landing strips. One asphalt and one that is... I think that's the airport over there. Yeah, there is the runway. Alright, I found it. That's it. There is the runway. Which you can't see. Oh, you can see. There is the runway. I'm gonna fly past it and do a little bit of an hourglass approach here. Knowledge landing clearance.
Clear to land runway 02, TS 1515.
I have to do a little bit of a hourglass configuration here in order to be able to line up with the runway. We'll be taking a little bit of a turn away from the river in order to go back. And this is at 875 feet, so an approach of 2000 feet is pretty good. Into 20. We have to go a little bit more and then line up with the runway. Or maybe I'll go absolutely perfect here. I think I basically nailed that turn. That is you could barely get any better on that turn actually. I'm basically straight on the center line. Yeah, Oh! I'm almost exactly on the center line. A little bit to the left. But, alright. Yeah. Laps. And laps, landing gear, and we take manual control of the plane as we go towards the airport here now. Probably have left it a little bit longer, but oh. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, but I'm concentrating right now on actually landing the plane. Oh, okay. I got it. Oh, we have landed. Woo!
TS-1515, turn next taxiway. TS-1515, contact ground on 118.4.
Acknowledge ground handoff.
118.4, TS 1515.
Okay, we will definitely not reach our next airport before the sun go down.
Taxi to general aviation parking unit.
So I'm gonna end it here once I park off.
Taxiing to general aviation parking via
Thanks
taxiway.
for everyone who's been
TS
watching,
1515.
and hope to see you in the next stream. I will post it on the channel either a couple of days before, a day before, or an hour before. That all depends on when I have time to stream. I try to put it up about the day before. But sometimes I just see that, oh, I have some time, I might stream today, and then I just put it up. Just shortly before. So, thanks for watching, and we're leaving you here with right in a minute as the sun is going down straight ahead of us. That's a nice view. Can I find the parking? There it is. I was a little bit too high. Okay. Have a nice day, and thanks for watching. I really need to get a nice end screen for it. I'm gonna film something nice to put here.